Hey guys, I just kind of wanted to pop online here and talk to you guys a little bit about energetic shifts and the symptoms of awakening, and pretty much how you know when your vibration is raising and you're connecting more and more in alignment with your higher self and with spirit. So yesterday I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning because I always have a tendency of talking to spirit late at night. At 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock a.m. is the only time that I have to actually meditate and actually connect and speak to spirit, because of course with 4 kids and work and 3 dogs and husband and all kinds of stuff going on, I just don't have time to really fully meditate during the day, especially during the summertime, because the kids are home and they're all playing video games and screaming and hollering and joking around. You know, it's just really hard for me to just kind of stay centered and balanced when it's time to meditate. So last night, well, actually all week I've been feeling a little off, okay? And when I say off, I just felt off balanced. 2 weeks ago, I was feeling very ill. My throat chakra was actually being cleared. And so I had a sore throat and I was suffering from night sweats, things like that. Now, these are all signs of, or symptoms of awakening. These are energetic shifts that kind of happen during a clearing process. So with me, I was having to clear out inner child issues and abandonment issues and things like that. And so as you can see, I tend to work on myself a lot. And since I began doing this work, let me say, back in 2001, when I decided to fully utilize and understand my gifts, I've gone through several energetic shifts. So what does that feel like? Okay, so what does energetic shifts feel like? Well, when I finally decided to purge myself of all negative energies, I got sick, literally. I mean, I got a cold. I got strep throat. When I started working with my gifts to open up my third eye and to decalcify my pineal gland, which is obviously that gland that controls the third eye, when I decided to clear that out, I started suffering from severe auric migraines. And when I say severe, I mean severe to the point where I couldn't get up out of bed, lift my head. Noise bothered me, sunlight bothered me. I would literally stay in my room in the dark because the sun just, the light period, even the room light really affected me. And it wasn't that I had health issues, because I would go to the doctor and the doctor would tell me there's nothing wrong with you, everything's fine, there was no cholesterol problems, no blood pressure, no low blood pressure, everything was fine. Except my BMI, which I've been having a problem with since I started doing readings. And that's because I tend to absorb a lot of the emotional pain from my clients. And gaining weight is my higher self's way of protecting me from picking up harsh energies. So let me just say this, is that when you go through a vibrational shift, it's not just symptoms that you feel physically, it's also emotionally, because you have to let go of the baggage. Because before you can actually really start helping others, you got to kind of go through your own purging of emotional issues that we tend to pick up because of life. Okay, so of course Spirit had me really reevaluate myself and what I was mirroring out and reflecting back to me. So say for instance, if I felt senses of insecurity or self-confidence issues, abandonment issues, those people that would come into my life would make me feel that they would really just intensify that. And instead of giving up, I pretty much stayed strong and stayed in prayer. So let me just say this. When you start to shift in vibration and you start to wake up fully, there's a lot of symptoms that you go through. I call it a detox, but really it's more of an awakening. And so I have gone through several shifts over the years because I am rising in vibration. Okay, the more that I rise in vibration, the easier and stronger the connection to spirit, to source, to the creator is. So last night was actually my 4th time shifting in energy over the past 6 months. And yesterday, on the very top of my head, it's a little tender to the touch, but the very top of my head felt like somebody literally took a sledgehammer and just popped me over the head. Even though I know nothing like that happened, it just hurt. But I can also feel, it felt like my brain was expanding, or like there was like a pull and shifting. And I can tell as soon as I started having ringing of the ears. Now, let me just say this, that ringing of the ears for me lets me know that I need to tune into my spiritual guides, because there's a message for me. So as soon as I started tuning in, they were letting me know that I was going through a vibrational shift. And I felt a little off, so I did speak to a fellow psychic friend of mine, Leslie, and I asked her to kind of tune in, because I've been clearing myself of negative energies. Yes, you have to clear yourself and your environment of negative energies, because you're so sensitive at this moment, you can pick up other negative vibrations, and I have to stay high in vibration at all times, especially when I'm working with other people. So as of last year, when Mother Mary decided to come in and I started to bring in the blue diamond energy healings, I did a shift. This is where I had to shift and clear out my inner child issues, and really connect to self and nurture my inner child self, because this new vibrational energy shift that's coming in is about unconditional love. And this is what Mother Mary has been talking to me about, is unconditional love and forgiveness. And this is what I've been teaching in my classes to help others shift in vibration. And so, of course, whenever you shift in vibration, it's almost like you have to look within, and those things that we don't want or hate about ourselves, that we don't want to reach, it's intensified, and there's going to be crying, because you're releasing and purging a lot of blockages within yourself, so that you can be a better vibration, happier. I guess that's the only thing I can put it as. So, you know, as I connected, I mean, let me just say, I was a hot mess a long time ago. I mean, I went through a lot of emotional, physical, and verbal abuse through my relationships, which I won't get too in detail with. But there was a lot of feeling not good enough, a feeling that I wasn't loved and I didn't deserve to be loved. And, you know, I am grateful for those experiences that I had, because it helped me grow. I wouldn't be the strong person that I am now if it wasn't for me going through the turmoil. Because, you know, light comes from darkness, and darkness then comes the light. So it's almost like I had to be reborn and stronger and strengthened, and to understand and fully awakened. But the awakening process, like I said, is really hard. I did feel a lot of tingling sensations in my head. I felt like things were crawling on me. I felt like prickly feelings. I had muscle spasms. I still have it now. When I'm in meditation and I'm connecting to spirit and I'm cleansing myself and reconnecting to my soul, I literally twitch. My arms and legs start doing this. And when I started clearing out my throat chakra, so that I can have a clear communication with Archangel Gabriel and the angels, I would cough every time I would meditate. Now, this doesn't happen to a lot of people, but again, I am a channeler, I'm a medium, and so that means that I can, I pretty much relinquish my body just a little bit, so that I allow them to come in and speak to you guys. When I do channeling, it may freak some people out, because I kind of zone out. I kind of check out mentally, and then I allow the spirit to come in and take over my body just temporarily. But of course, I had to get over my fears through the shifting process in order to get there, to know that I cannot be harmed, and that the loving energies are there for you. And so my voice will change sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. I mean, sometimes you just see me looking around for no reason, or just doing weird things, and I don't ever really remember when I start channeling. But as I was saying, that the energy shifts that have been happening here lately, this is actually my 4th or 5th time over the past 8 months that I've shifted. it's intense. So whenever I do healings on my clients and I let them know after I'm done healing them that they may have vibrational shifts, which I call a detox. They either cough, they burp, they fart. You know, this is just a releasing stuff in the process. They get headaches, they get night sweats, their taste buds change. When you shift altogether. You come out of that negative vibration into a more higher, pure vibrational energy when you work with the angels. And as I was saying, I started out in 2001. I've always had an ability to communicate with spirit. I don't remember doing this as a child, but my aunt would tell me stories of things that I would say that would come out and kind of freak the family out a little bit. And they would just kind of tell me to shut up, you know. And, you know, I do remember being afraid of the dark, and I do remember being afraid of ghosts and seeing monsters. Because to me, as a child at 5-6 years old, you don't understand what these things are and why they're coming to you. So of course, you just think it's a nightmare. And when I turned 18 is when I had my first spirit connection with my grandfather, and he came into my dreams shortly after he passed. And ever since then, spirit has been coming to me, spirits of loved ones and everything. But of course, I had to go through several energetic shifts, several of them. So you can only imagine how often I get sick every now and then, but it's almost like it's needed. Now, Meg, thank you so much for tuning in, and I see you're listening in your car. And let me say something. The higher in vibration that I go, I have been doing vocal toning with the angels. And what that means is that I do sound healing, not only with like my rattles and my gongs and my singing bowls and my shamanic drums, but I also do voice toning, which I use singing. And I noticed that a lot of people who talk to me, even just on the phone or just even me just speaking like I'm doing now, they get sleepy, they get tired, they start yawning, they feel a little lethargic. It's because the angels are using my voice to clear your vibrational energy. And so again, it's vocal toning with the angels. Didn't know that I can do that until I started raising in vibration. And let me just say that they were talking to me before I called, decided to go online about Dr. Hawkins' scale of vibration. And from what I know, it goes from 0 to 1,000. So we go through a lot of shifts. We move from guilt, shame, anger, resentment, jealousy, to the vibration of love. And then it goes on and on and on. So right now, with this new crystalline energies, which Leslie was telling me about yesterday, which is about unconditional love, I am clearing out my heart chakra. So when you do readings and you connect with people, you have to connect through the heart, because this is all about love. I'm supposed to heal you guys through the vibration of love, regardless of what I'm going through. Even if I've had a fight with my husband or my children, or a client pissed me off, and I know that I have to set my ego to the side, and I go into prayer asking God to help me push my ego to the side so that I can fully understand and connect to my client, because it's about you guys. It's not about me. Okay, and so these new crystalline energies is a vibrational shift into vibrating into the energy of love. And so I'm having to clear my stuff out and clear the heart chakra out and strengthen it. And so yesterday I had decided that I needed to make my own rose quartz and rose healing spray. So this is actually made up of distilled water and actual rose petals that were soaked in this for a while. And I also decided to make my own batch of rose or heart chakra oils to help clear out that, through aromatherapy, things like that, to help clear out that heart chakra. And when I started putting it on and I started praying and I started spraying myself, the pain in my crown chakra just kind of alleviated. So when you start raising in vibration and you start healing yourself, not only mentally, but emotionally and physically, there's actual symptoms that you go through. And this is what I want to let you guys know, that when you get a healing from, not just from me, but any Reiki master or anybody who's a shaman or doing healing modalities such as color light therapy. See, I have my lamp for my color light therapy healing. Whenever you start shifting and clearing out your chakras, you're going to go through some sort of detox and vibrational shift, which means the shedding of those things that are no longer needed, non-beneficial beliefs, stress, anxiety, you name it, okay? You're going to feel the after effects, which is the symptoms of awakening or ascension, of raising in vibration, ringing of the ears, burping. You're going to feel like something's being pulled out. You get headaches. Some people get sleepy. Some people have what they say, they dream of the people that have hurt them, and somehow they're able to overpower them, because technically you are spiritually, in a spiritual level, your soul is overpowering or going through a shift. Muscle spasms, twitches, like I said, cold, flu. Some people have diarrhea. Some people get vomiting. And I've gone through all of this. I have gone through all these symptoms of awakening and ascension, and I'm not done yet. And when I tell you my crown is hurting right now, the top of my head is hurting right now, this is because this is a major, major shift that I'm about to go through. And the higher that I go, I think the worse that it gets. But it's okay, because you know what? I'm connecting to God and spirit. So I want to say hi to everybody who popped in. There's Laura, Tel Aviv, Houston, Meg. Hey Meg, how are you? Roslyn, thanks for joining. So I want to hear from you guys. Have you guys noticed that you've been shifting in vibration? I mean, sometimes it's like you don't even understand what's going on with you. And even if you go to the doctor and you get checked out and they're like, you're fine, I don't know what's wrong with you. There's no bacteria, there's no nothing. This is all normal. So it's like, don't freak out, because I mean, everybody is awakening right now. Everyone is starting to connect to the higher vibration of the angels. You know, the angels are here now. They're letting us know that they're here for us. They're letting us know that there is something out there that's a lot more powerful and greater, and it's all about pure unconditional love. And the Creator has sent the angels to us now, because right now we really need them. With all the chaos that's going on in society and all the things that are happening, we need to strengthen our faith and be more connected to God and Source. So, and again, you know, it's hard raising in vibration, because sometimes we get so complacent and used to being in a negative environment. It's hard to shift. I mean, I know when I was going through my emotional battle years ago, like I said, with my relationships where they were physically and verbally abusing me, it was almost like I invited that in without really realizing it, because I felt so not good enough. I felt guilty for whatever reason. There's a lot of things that I was going through, but when I started realizing and accepting myself and loving myself more, and this is what it's all about, is when you shift in loving vibration, in the crystalline energy shift that's happening now, it's about loving yourself and taking care of your vessel. Your body is your vessel. This is just temporary until it's time for the soul to go back into heaven with the angels and God and the Creator. So it's like we have to learn to take care of ourselves, and whether that means exercising, meditating, and fully loving ourselves. And if we want other people to love us, you gotta love yourself too, because then if we appreciate ourselves and we start setting boundaries of what people can and can't do to us, then other people will respect those boundaries, and we will have peace and tranquility. And that's what it's all about. So again, now like that everybody's online watching, and I just wanted to ask everyone to post here below if you have any questions about ascension process, if you have some concerns, or if you want to know more about what it's like. I mean, you can email me at readingbyvictoria@yahoo.com, or if you want to kind of need help shifting in vibration through a healing session with me, you can go to my website at victoriaalvarado.com, and you can read a little bit more about me. So some of you guys that don't know who I am and what I do, I am a psychic medium and I am a shamanic healer. I am actually one of the top 5 fortune tellers, or I hate that word, but I'm one of the top 5 psychic mediums here in Houston. I have been on Telemundo, I have been on the radio, I travel all over the state here recently. I'm actually in the middle of a TV deal with Discovery Channel and hoping to see Deborah Duncan soon, because we've already spoken to her a couple times. And so you're going to be seeing more of these videos, because I feel like you guys need help in a way, and maybe you're afraid to ask, and now's the time to do it, especially when you see me online. So again, if y'all have any questions about the energies that are happening, because some of us are very sensitive, more sensitive than others. And so, I mean, I gotta tell you, like for the past couple of weeks, I have not been able to go outside. The energy is just, it's not that it's hot. I can stand hot. It's just that the energy shifts are so strong that I just can't. And as I'm raising in vibration, little Milo over here, he's actually in my room. He's in the corner over there. As I raise in vibration, the animals feel it too. And so as my vibration raises, he likes being around me all the time. Animals just like being near me for some reason. But I think it's because of that vibration of love that I'm giving off, you know? So I'm gonna draw a card real quick for you guys before I get off, because actually I got a event I gotta actually head out in like the next 10-15 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, please post it or tag me at the bottom. You can type it up, I can see you guys. So let's see. What do I need them to know at this moment? Okay, so this card talks about new beginnings. This card talks about shifting in vibration. This is about the sun. So let me just say this. Yesterday during my meditation, I connected with the sun god Ra. Okay, so this is actually confirmation for me. So the sun god Ra helps you purge and purify, and helps with downloading the Christ consciousness vibration, or downloading the Christ consciousness vibration into your 4-body system. And I know a lot of you guys don't know what that means, but that's okay. Just try to understand just a little bit. Okay, so as I'm clearing out and shifting into the vibration more of connecting with the Creator, the sun god Ra is helping me in purging. Okay, so that means that at this moment, things may feel a little chaotic at the moment for some of you guys, but that's because there's a new beginning happening. There's a shift, a vibrational shift. So things may be a little emotional for you guys. Okay, and that may be because you're going to be receiving some news soon about pregnancies. Some of you guys may be writing more to express yourself. You know, right now is a good time to start listening to music. Like I said, writing, maybe nurturing your inner child at this moment is the best time for you guys, because it's very important to take care of self right now, especially with all these energetic shifts happening. Okay, so they're saying that it's time to release those that no longer serve your highest good. Okay, whether that's anger, whether that's shame, guilt, resentment, unforgiveness. It's a big one. It's hard to forgive people who have hurt you. And trust me, I know I'm working through that. So working through unforgiveness, it's also helping me to love those people, because maybe they're just not there yet. I mean, that's my thing right now. You know what? You're just not there yet. You know, and when those people actually raise in vibration, they start to awaken, they're going to realize the things that they've done, and you're going to start noticing changes in them that they may even apologize to you for. But even though you forgive them, doesn't mean that you have to accept being their friend. You know what I mean? And let me just say this, is that, you know what? I understand, honey, you're not there yet. You're not ready yet. I was that way too. And when I tell you, I literally had to make a soul connection with the father of my child, because even though here in the now I wanted to forgive him, spiritually, I was so angry at him. I like literally wanted to rip his head off, you know, for all the things that he's done. But I have to understand that I am grateful for the good and the bad that happened in my life, because it's helped me grow and mature spiritually. And now that I try really hard to forgive the person, doesn't mean that that I forget what he's done, but I'm no longer allowing that energy to affect me anymore. That anger is not healthy at all. Okay? So even though you're not ready yet, it's okay. You're just not there yet. And you know what? Tell yourself, I love myself regardless. I love myself, and I completely understand and forgive myself for not being there yet, but I know I'm going to get there. Okay? In your own time. And yes, thank you for, these are actually the energy, what's it called? The energy, vibrational energy deck that I got. I don't know who it's by. So I just know it has energy, energy oracle cards. That's what it is. So I got these actually through Amazon. I got this through Amazon. And hey, my friend Leslie, thank you. She's the one that helped me yesterday. And again, we all need help every now and then. I mean, as a psychic myself, I can't, I know I'm supposed to trust, I know I'm supposed to trust my guides, and I do. It's just that I'm human also, you know, and sometimes I need help, or I need to hear some encouraging words from someone outside myself, you know, because it's really hard to listen to self sometimes. It's hard to give yourself advice, and it's almost like you need someone that's outside the box looking in to help you see what you couldn't see yourself. So I do go to certain psychics myself, and I'm very, very picky, especially Spirit. Spirit will just not let me talk to anybody. No. And I can tell if they're not on the same vibrational wavelength as myself. Okay. And yes, I know, honey, I know everything's going to be fine. I, you know, God is good. He's always taking care of us. And there's people like me on the planet that are actually genuine, and we have higher gifts to help you guys shift. You're not alone, guys. You're not. And we are pretty much reincarnated angels here on earth at this moment. And I have literally had dreams of myself being an angel. And I don't know my name completely, but I knew that I was an angel of purification, and that's a big deal. Okay, so again, I'm gonna hop off this line here because I really do got to get to this psychic event that I was hired for, and so I'm gonna leave you guys with those words. And again, if you have any questions and we're too afraid to type it out here on this live video, no worries, you can email me at readingbyvictoria@yahoo.com. And I wish y'all a blessed day. Love you guys. Bye.